Hey guys, what's going on? It's me again, CJ. So as I was laying in bed yesterday night doing my favorite thing I always do before I'm going to sleep, overthinking, I realized that there's a lot of weird facts stacked up in here. That being said, I feel like this is the perfect platform to share them because who knows, maybe it will be useful to you at one point. So without further ado, let's take a look at what is behind this beautiful face of mine. It's nothing, there's like 99% empty space in here. Seriously, there's absolutely nothing. Lemons or ice will help you against a panic attack. The sourness and the bitterness of a lemon if you just bite into it, or the coldness of the ice is enough to snap your brain out of whatever's going on right now, and is enough to ground you and bring you back to reality. Putting a small rock under your tongue will help you against thirst. So if you find yourself lost in a forest and you don't have any water with you, try it out. There's multiple theories as to why this works. Some say the coldness of the rock tricks your brain into thinking there's some water in your mouth. Others say the saliva that begins to accumulate in your mouth does the same thing. Many people will tell you that breathing in for 3 seconds, holding your breath for 3 seconds, and then breathing out for 3 seconds is a valid method of calming down. However, if this does not work for you, try the 4-7-8 breathing technique. It works similarly. First, you breathe out all the air in your lungs, then you breathe in for 4 seconds, hold the air inside for 7 seconds, and breathe out for 8 seconds. And if that still doesn't work, combine this with putting your tongue against the hard part of your upper gums, and just press against it while you're breathing. This will definitely calm you down. Get used to saying you're welcome instead of no problem, especially if you're dealing with low self-confidence. It's a small change in your speech pattern, but it does have an impact. If you have to proofread a text, put it through Google Translate or any other text-to-speech program. This will help you find errors way more easily. On the topic of essays, there's a website called essaytyper.com which writes your essays for you. Simply put in a word and smash the keys and you will get a full-fledged essay. I would be careful with this though, because you don't want to be caught plagiarizing. So don't use it for a full essay, but it can definitely help you get to the needed word count. You can play every note of the Me theme wrong and it will still be recognizable. If you're living in the US, here's how to spot an undercover cop. The most obvious sign are gonna be their shoes. If they're wearing boots or over-polished dress shoes, they're most likely a police officer. Also take a close look at their haircut. It's gonna be very basic and very short due to regulations. The same goes for the watch. The watch is gonna be expensive but in neutral tones. Also their shirts are gonna be loose and not form-fitting to better conceal weapons and cuffs. If you can stick around a bit and observe their behavior, an undercover cop is most likely gonna sit close to an exit but also close to where they can see their target. If they have a partner, the partner is going to be elevated and is going to have some kind of recording device, most likely a phone. Pay attention to their back pocket. Sometimes you can see the cuffs or the badge in there. If they talk to you, pay attention to what kind of questions they ask. It's most often not going to be subtle. Stuff like how did you get here, or who are you with, or who are you leaving with? All of these questions are definite red flags. If there are bigger undercover operations going on, like in a riot for example, the police officers are going to be wearing black or blue bands around their wrists or their arms so they know who's a cop and who isn't. For reference, here's a picture of an undercover FBI agent taken by whistleblower Chelsea Manning. Link to her original tweet is in the description down below. Tell me how many signs you can spot in the comments. There's a website called Vulgarlang which will help you create your own language in minutes. It's probably not going to be as perfect and full-fledged as the stuff Tolkien did, but if you're trying to make up a language for, let's say, a fantasy story, Vulgarlang will definitely help you with that. If you ever find yourself on a tight budget, protein bars, potatoes, pancake mix and nuts are all very cheap and very filling. Adding to that, if you ever find yourself without a source of heat, tea lights or small candles are literal lifesavers. They will keep you warm and they are pretty cheap. Well, that's gonna be it for today. If you realize that my shirt changed halfway through, you are a very attentive person and you've earned a star. Also like, subscribe and share this video to have one piece of random knowledge pop up in your head.